Well, how's it going, everybody? It's been a while. I'm here on the AT, the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, on the border of Tennessee and North Carolina. My hometown is down in that valley down in there, East Tennessee, Greenville. I've been meaning to make a video, been meaning to make some, but I've had a terrible tragedy. The worst heartbreak, the worst possible, imaginable for any parent. My oldest son, Robert, had a really bad drug problem for a long time. And I'd gone to Florida, it's been 3 weeks ago now, to camp. I had campsites reserved. I was going to make some videos. I had my dog, their e-bike, my van, my new sleep system set up, all kinds of stuff. I got down there near Tampa to a campground, and a little after 2 o'clock in the morning, I got a phone call. And it was a girl that knew Robert. She informed me that he'd been found dead. A little bit what led to that. Several years ago, he had started, that was late in his teenage years. I think started out just experimenting, you know, and with pills and stuff. And it got worse, and it got into the hard stuff, and it was really bad, and a lot of legal problems in and out of jail. But too, by the way, that started at Trail Days, one of my favorite places, events to go. But I don't blame them, you know, for the legal problems. That would have been inevitable. It's just the way it is with addicts. They're eventually going to get in trouble. And so for several years, he was in jail, out of jail. He did like a program up in Virginia. He did pretty good there several years ago. But still, he was on them within a matter of weeks, within a matter of days, actually. He was back on them and back in jail, different counties, East Tennessee. I've got nothing good at all to say about them. It's like they're doing absolutely nothing. They're the worst hypocrites. They are. It's the Bible Belt, but yeah, whatever, you know. They're not doing the work of God. Most of them's not, that's for sure. But anyways, of course, I come back home immediately. I also had to inform the ex-wife, or somehow she did not get informed, you know, that night. It was horrible. But anyways, as I was saying, it's in and out of jail, and it's been back when I did that trip from Maine into 2022 in the fall. He was in jail then. He had been in Greene County, and then he got accepted at a drug rehabilitation program, like a private, religious-based Rock House Ministries down in kind of between Middle and Eastern Tennessee, near Oak Ridge area, Spring City, Tennessee. And that, when I got back from Maine, that was November of 2022. That's when I took him down there. And he'd been there until November of last year and had done very well. I don't think he'd been using at all. He'd been working. He was still struggling some because his life was used to being an addict, basically. So he didn't have many skills, and he was still developing those skills. And he just got his own place, and you know, was still in the process of getting moved in. I don't think anyone done anything with bad intent. I mean, obviously somebody sold it to him, gave it to him, whatever. So that's something they'll have to live with. But I don't think he intended for this to happen, or neither did anyone else. And I don't know for sure what it is. There's a good high probability that there's some fentanyl involved, which is killing thousands of Americans left and right. And, you know, I won't get into politics too much. There doesn't seem to be any of them doing a goddamn thing about it. So, I'm out here on the AT by myself on purpose. I don't have anything against to get right back home, so my buddy may see this. You know, he should have called me. I kind of want to be on my own tonight. And there might be some thru hikers here, possibly. I doubt it, to be honest. I kind of hope I'm alone. But it's supposed to snow tonight. The weather's been deteriorating all day. It was in the 60s when I left the valley. Now it's probably, I don't know, mid to upper 40s, at best 50, windy and rainy. It's supposed to get a lot windier and colder until it goes below freezing and snows tonight. I kind of want to see the snow. I don't know. It's really been hard on me, everybody. I would not wish this on any person anywhere. I thought, you know, because I'm not very religious. I'm not anti-religious or anything like that, but I do believe in evolution, and I still do. But I've always thought there might be a little bit more to it. But it's, I think, bigger than the Christian thing, or the Muslim thing, or Jewish thing, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Really weird stuff. I mean, I've had some weird thoughts. I don't know if I should even say this. It's not so scary, I guess, to me. It's just so weird. It's like maybe just a couple of days after we had the funeral, I went for a little hike to a trail, some waterfalls nearby, but I'd never been there. And the weather's really nice, unusual, sun was shining. And I don't know, I felt this. I didn't hear like a voice out of the sky, but it was like a presence. And it was kind of like what I would describe as God saying, you know, I understand how you feel. And my immediate thought is, I like, well, you know, you're talking about Jesus. So, you know, there, for the first time, I actually had a connection with God. We had a connection in a weird way. But my first thought was, if I knew this was going to be the end of it, and his life was going to be the way it is, I would have crucified him myself. The way his life went, it's just, and I made a lot of mistakes too. I'm part of that too. A lot of us are. Just so weird. I mean, my son was 31. He just turned 31 years old. Like I say, I think he'd been clean for probably over a year. And I think a combination of poison, however you want to put it, and something's made him want to use again. I don't think he was trying to do himself in. I think he was trying to, get away from reality, whatever. He'd have relationship problems and stuff. The stress of life. They had a big snowstorm. We'd all been dealing with that. That always depresses me, being cooped up in the house. But either or. It's too late now. I can't go back. Change it. Anybody else knows that's listening to this, if you got a problem, I'm not talking about smoking weed, drinking too much. Get up in the morning, you start drinking, you got a freaking problem, for damn sure. But it's the hard drugs, the unnatural shit. You know, you stick to natural stuff. Overall, you should be okay. You know, I don't see a reason really for anything. And personally, you know, get some good weed, some natural. I mean, it's a damn seed. Plant it, grow it, smoke it. And a little bit of alcohol. I don't know why anybody needs more than that. And pain, that's another thing. You know, you got all these people. There's a woman, many all over this country. There's going to be grandma and grandpa. They'll be in church this Sunday. There sits Granny. She'll have a Bible in one hand, a purse in the other. Inside that purse will be 20 pills. 20 pain pills. Well, there should be 60, but she sold 40 of them. It's okay, right? The doctor gave them to her. She didn't need them all. She sold them. And now she can't figure out why her damn granddaughter just OD'd and died. You know? We've got to stop this madness. I don't trust any doctors. They're out, most of them, not all of them. I would say a third of them's okay. A third of them are sort of okay. And then a third of them are worthless. All they care about is a dollar. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your health. They want you addicted. They want you on their payroll. Same way with the damn criminals. That's all this county wants. That's all a lot of them want. Get them in there, put them on probation. You got $1 for them, we'll get back in a cage. Ugh, makes me sick. Of course, they'll be in church too come Sunday. You know, the people doing that, thinking, well, it's okay. Yeah. That was another thing. I don't know. I hate going on like this, but, you know, it was in that moment of like, you know, I would have crucified my own son. That he'd been dead within a day or two. He wouldn't have went on for years and years. You know? A lot of people are part of it. A lot of them. I hope we can, as a nation, we need to get off our ass. You know, another thing, it gets me. Some of this stuff gets me. You hear the old people, oh, back in my day, you know, we walked barefooted and blah, 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 5 miles. And yeah, now you sit on your ass and take a fucking pain pill from the fucking doctor. What? Oh, I know. There's some people in horrible pain. But as a society, we've become a bunch of fucking pussies. There's no other way to put it. And there's a lot of you know exactly what the fuck I mean. Pain, people, is part of what being alive is. Right now, my hands are cold, they're wet and cold. That's part of it. That's how it feels to be alive. I'm tired, I'm cold, I'm hungry, but I feel alive. Don't need a damn pill to take it away. I don't want it to take it away. But for real, if you know somebody and you know they got it bad, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know what to tell you. Because some of them, I had that same problem with him. When they're on drugs, the last thing they want to do is go to rehab. It's the last thing they want to do. And then it's like, well, why don't you kick him out? Yeah, kick your own kid out on the street. You know what I mean? Go do that. It's horrible, people. You know, I've had nights where I was scared. Not really scared. I'm not scared out here. I don't carry a gun. I'm not afraid of bears. You know, the grizzly bear thing was a little bit different. But you think that's a scary thought? You think that's scary? Picture yourself carrying your child in a coffin. That's beyond any nightmare you will ever have, and I hope nobody ever has to do that. I know it's a lot of negative stuff I've been saying, but I have to get some of them down. I don't know if I'll be able to put this on video or not, but maybe it'll be good for me. Hopefully, if anything good comes out of this, hopefully somebody will hear this and they'll wake the fuck up. of the only good part of that was the rock house. He was there long enough because he actually had some happiness going on, if you know what I mean. He had some, I had hope. See, I thought, and I've been trying to be brutally honest. I thought several years ago, I thought one of these days I'm gonna come home, or I'm gonna get a call, you know, or I'm gonna find him dead. I mean, it would not have been a surprise, to be honest with you. But then after the rock house, I mean, he went a good, you know, I'm not 100% positive he never used the whole time he was there, but I don't think he did. But one, because he can't function when he does. Once he gets to using, he cannot function. He was working a job. He was up on building barns and stuff, working outside and doing physical, you know, manly type work, and he was liking it. He was getting better at it. He was starting to mature. And I thought, man, my son's gonna do it. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it over that hump, and he's gonna grow older. He's gonna have the experience to look back on of like, what, this is not the way to live. But I don't know, for whatever reason, he's gone. I'm almost to the shelter. Let's go to put down fresh firewood at least here. I don't see any smoke. Oh, I don't know. It does look like the tarp. It's got a tarp over it. Oh. Let's see if anybody's here. But this is Jerry's cabin. It's on the North Carolina side. Over here's Tennessee. The trail is basically the border. Let's see if somebody's here. Hello in the shelter. Nope. All right, even got some dry firewood. Look at that, people. Oh, some positive stuff. Oh, it's been horrible, folks. That and then me and my whatever relationship. Hell, I'm done with it. You learn who your friends are. Sometimes when you're down, you learn who your friends are. And I've had to get rid of a few that I thought were my friends. That's a way to put it. Okay, everybody. While I'm here, I'm gonna get some clothes on, get warmed up, get a fire started. And I'll make some more video later. Hopefully you'll get some snow and stuff tomorrow. I'm trying to think positive. And on a brighter side, if there's one thing I found out recently, and my son Robert was aware of this, that my younger son, Daniel, and I've described him as normal. He's in his late 20s. He's, you know, normal, works, got a fiance, and got a little baby on the way. So in June, I'll be a grandfather. Hope everybody's having a good day as you've gone over and out.